It's good to make sure that the painting is completely dry and more or less flat before you go on to the next stage. So I often use a hairdryer. So what I want to do now is to bring out this trellis against the background to start that sense of getting the sense of depth in there. I can see that there are large areas here in between the trellis, and I don't want huge areas of dark with nothing in there. So what I'm going to do is draw in some leaves, and those leaves will be the colour of that background I've put in. I can glance at my reference photo to help me with that. Just make sure that you've got a variety of positions and shapes for the leaves. They need to be the same size as the other leaves. Don't make them go all small, which is what we tend to do. We don't think about it. So I'm going to use darker greens and my dark mix that has blues and pinks in it. This is the sort of tonal difference you want to start creating immediately. See, it's quite a small, now I've painted in that, drawn in that leaf, it's quite a small area of dark you're putting in. And there's the trellis there, which I'm leaving unpainted. I'm continuing to dip into my colour in different places, so sometimes I've got more blue, sometimes more yellow on the brush, just to bring in some variety. While I'm doing that, I'll drop in some other colours into these, wet in wet, into these areas, just to make it look as though there's other vegetation in the background. It makes it look much more realistic if you do that. You don't have to be very careful about it, just has to be some slightly different colours. Yellows, browns. Here I'm coming up against the petals. A bit careful around there. And you can see how the background wash is sort of glowing through where I put the paint. And that's part of the magic of this way of painting. And because I'm using quite a lot of pigment, but a lot of water as well, it doesn't dry too quickly, and I can do things with it. I can drop more colours in or manipulate it while it's still wet. Right, I'm going to put some dark colour in here, but sort of variegate it with dropping in some yellow, because I might be able to put some more leaves in there, in that area.